Beyond the choir, I discovered a majestic setting with a grand chair, and upon it sat the One.
Greetings, my dear friend. Welcome to the NDE Library, your gateway to incredible journeys beyond life. Today, we dive into a gripping near-death experience where our protagonist journeys through the realms of heaven and encounters the unimaginable. Journey with us beyond the veil, and if you're curious about tales from the other side, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos exploring near-death experiences.
I attended a boarding high school. One day, I fell ill, as malaria was rampant in the area. When I was taken to the hospital, no illness was detected in my body, yet I continued to grow weaker. The doctor advised my father to take me home for traditional treatment, asserting that chemical products could not assist me. Following this, I was taken home. After merely 3 days, I lost my sanity. I began to scream and speak loudly day and night. My parents decided to return me to the hospital. However, during the drive, the car broke down due to a technical issue. I was redirected to a small clinic for treatment. I was constantly loud, discussing various topics. Eventually, I was administered a medication to help me sleep, and I drifted off. During this sleep, I experienced a vivid vision. I saw a grand light and felt an intense thirst. There was a large tree with a bottle full of water inside it. A hand emerged, offering the bottle to me, and a voice instructed, "Drink." A single drop from the bottle refreshed my entire being. I then witnessed a ladder stretching from earth to heaven and saw people from all over the world ascending it. At the gates of heaven, I found myself alone. A man approached, opening the gate, and asked if I intended to enter heaven. I affirmed, and he welcomed me in. I was unsure of the whereabouts of the others. This gatekeeper had numerous keys, extending from his fingers to his shoulder. He directed me to a specific room where I encountered Jesus Christ. He presented a file detailing all my deeds on earth and inquired if I acknowledged these actions. The vividness of the recount made denial impossible. He told me, "I want you to go back to earth. There is something I need you to do. After you've done it, you will return to heaven and live here forever." I protested, "No, I want to stay here." But he insisted, "No, you must go back." Again, I responded, "No, I want to stay here." He spoke in a calm voice and persuaded me to return to earth. Before leaving heaven, I made a request, which he granted. I wanted to explore heaven, see its wonders, and then return to earth. As I ventured into heaven, the first beings I encountered were angels singing, all of equal height. They had no musical instruments, not even drums, but their voices resonated more powerfully than any artificial sound. I felt drawn to join them in song. Yet as I approached the choir, an unseen, potent force prevented me from joining. Tears streamed down my face because I couldn't sing with the angels. Those attending to my body in the clinic saw my tears, but didn't understand their origin. They told me this afterward. I then decided to further explore heaven. Beyond the choir, I discovered a majestic setting with a grand chair, and upon it sat the One. I couldn't approach this place since I wasn't even allowed to join the choir. While wandering the beautiful gardens of heaven, Jesus approached and reminded me, "Don't you remember you need to return?" I replied, "Yes." He guided me back through heaven, past his office, and to the entrance gate. The same man who welcomed me now opened the gate for my departure. Interestingly, he didn't pose any questions this time. After I passed through, he securely closed the gate behind me, and I began my descent via the celestial ladder. Along the way, I encountered another being, much like myself. Honestly, I can't recall my exact form then, but I felt powerful, vibrant, and free from earthly needs such as food and drink. It was an incredible sensation. The individual I met had recently passed, as I learned later from people in the clinic. He shared the same room with me. He inquired about my experiences in heaven, which I recounted. Then I asked about the current state of affairs on earth. He encouraged me to look down and observe our world. What I saw was a realm of chaos and impurity. I felt too pure, too sanctified to re-enter such a world. During our conversation, I suggested he ascend to heaven. Perhaps they would welcome him there. I shared that I was destined to return to earth for a purpose, one that would become clear upon my arrival. After bidding him farewell with a kiss, I made my way back to earth. Approaching the vicinity of my physical body, which lay frail on a hospital bed, I beheld it. The doctor had, the previous night at 8 p.m., pronounced me deceased. Though he declared my passing that night, I returned the following morning at 7 a.m. Looking at my body, I couldn't help but scorn it, considering it a worthless vessel that's hardly worth our time. Despite my reluctance to re-inhabit such a seemingly useless form, I had no alternative. The process of re-entering the body is indescribable, akin to slipping one's hand into a pocket. Upon doing so, I recalled the doctor's proclamation of my death, a narrative that had since spread throughout the village. My community mourned the loss of the eldest son, even preparing a burial spot. However, once I animated the body with a subtle hand movement, my grieving aunt, who was at the clinic, proclaimed my resurrection. Medical professionals, social workers, and onlookers rushed into the room in astonishment. After examining me, the doctor confirmed my renewed vitality and expressed remorse for his earlier misdiagnosis. At that moment, my skeletal form was visible beneath the sheer layer of skin. I was baffled by the realization that 15 days had elapsed. In the subsequent days, I regained my strength slowly, consuming food like an infant, requiring assistance for basic mobility. During my ethereal journey, I had witnessed numerous visions, including sinners being executed. I found myself in line awaiting the same fate, but a stranger interceded on my behalf, ensuring my survival, while countless others perished. As I recovered, I felt compelled to share my experiences, particularly the fate of those who had been punished for their sins. The scenes of rampant bloodshed were vivid in my memory, but my listeners advised caution, fearing my words sounded like prophecies of doom for our peaceful nation. My accounts of heaven met with skepticism, but I insisted that our every action is observed from above, and that our earthly existence is but a fleeting prelude to the eternal life awaiting us. 13 years elapsed, during which I grappled with an overwhelming anxiety. I often implored, "Lord, what is my purpose?" It was a poignant reminder of the heavenly directive, to return to earth, fulfill a mission, and eventually rejoin the celestial realm. One fateful night, the Lord tasked me with preaching His truth and enlightening others about the afterlife, a mission I fervently pursue to this day.
Thank you for joining us on this ethereal journey through the mysteries of heaven. If this story captivated your heart and mind, please hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We value your insights and experiences. Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep exploring the incredible mysteries of life and beyond.